Saturday, the 30th of May 2026. It was looking a bit better than the day before. There was a nice west-southwest wind. The thermals were forecast to get up to about 1300 metres. I got up the hill just after 12 o'clock. I arrived at the same time as Tony from Cornwall, who had seen my videos. I showed him how I put my coat on backwards when flying. Noel and Tony were there. When I was ready, I went for a flight. I didn't stay up. I was able to kite up and fly on to launch. The wind was too light. I covered my wing with my coat to keep the sun off it. Another flight. I did better this time. My mother-in-law phoned, but I ignored it and enjoyed my ringtone. I got some nice height drifting over the back, but then I returned to the front.
It doesn't want you, Dan. Go to the front of the hill, join the yellow one.
I looked out in front for a thermal. I couldn't find it and was getting a bit low, so returned to the hill. I was going to have to land in the bowl. Was I on a fast beat, or maybe there was no wind? I didn't want to lose any more height, so I side landed anyway.
Oh, well, it was up in the air 1 minute, down on the ground the next. I don't think it was the right time to leave the hill, if there is one today.
I carried my wing up the hill a bit, then laid it out ready for some wind. There was no wind here, but a couple of paragliders were staying up on the main part of the hill. I watched some wind slowly moving up the hill. When it got to me, I kited up. I could see Noel starting to climb out and decided I needed to get to where he was. It was a struggle to get up. 5 minutes I was able to get the good climb away from the hill. I was delighted that I was able to catch up Noel.
Coming up to meet you. Catching you up.
The orange paraglider was downwind of us, but below us. We headed off downwind. The other paragliders weren't showing up on XC Track, so I had a look on puretrack.io.
Noel. That's Noel. And that's someone called John. John Milner.
Noel was ahead, and I could see him climbing.
Oh, Noel, you beauty! You found something!
I glided to Noel's thermal. We were going up again. John and Noel were heading off to the right. I stayed more on track for Pershaw. Tony, on a blue paraglider just like Noel's, was below us, down towards the river. I could see that Noel and John were looking for Tony's thermal. I carried on downwind. I could go back to them if I didn't find anything.
Look it. I gotta go back to the one who's climbing.
I arrived just above Tony.
Do you think that's it? Yes, you've got better than me.
Climbed in broken lift for a while before realising it had broken up and we weren't climbing anymore. Off downwind. Noel was just above me. I didn't see Tony again, but apparently he had taken a line to our right. We struggled in fairly useless lift before arriving fairly low over Pershaw. I headed towards the station. Warming up, I removed my gloves and coat.
Getting a bit hot.
Looking at landing options, I could see seagulls climbing low over the industrial units near the station. I headed for them. If I didn't find their lift, the landing was going to be tricky. I desperately tried to find the rising air. It wasn't looking hopeful. Noel was still higher than me, but was staying with better landing options. I wasn't going up, but I wasn't going down. The lift improved a little. There's always plenty of seagulls around Pershaw, and they really helped me here. Noel landed in a field.
Stop beeping downwind, so head upwind a bit.
When I lost it, I had to go looking for it.
Oh, it's just stopped beeping everywhere. Shit. Widen it out a bit. Where's it taking you? Where's it going? Over here? Nice. Where now? Back over here? No, doesn't feel right. This way? Well, it's beeping slightly. And what are those birds there doing? They're not circling, that's for sure. What are you guys doing? You're circling in the lift that I should be in.
The lift got better and better. At one point I could see a swarm of seagulls climbing up below me. They were all turning left, so I joined their circle. When I was as high as I could get, I set off towards Evesham. There was some great lift before Evesham, and I was circling near a foot-launched sailplane. I tried joining his circle, but we had different speeds and I felt I was getting in his way, so I carried on downwind. I was pretty much as high as I could get anyway. I glided towards Honeybourne. There was a sailplane circling over Honeybourne, but it took me some time to get there, and he had gone by then. There was the bottom of the thermal down low over the downwind edge of Honeybourne, with some scary turbulence.
Jesus, what is this?
I could hear dozens of kids below saying hello. I was too low to make it to my preferred landing ahead, so had to do some tricky manoeuvres to get down before the hedge. I walked to a little bit of shade for packing away.
Hey, I've landed at Honeybourne again.
Brilliant, yeah, I just turned it on about 30 seconds ago, so that's great. I was just like, yay!
At the station I was joined by Tony, who had landed just south of Honeybourne. Noel joined us at Pershaw station. Tony had his car at the station in Malvern and gave us a lift back up the hill. Thanks, Tony.